Anaxa POV. What happens back there now?
Time flies. In the blink of an eye, the 15th entry hour is already at hand. When this farce is over, your soul will be placed on the scales of life and death. Are you ready?
No need to ask so many times. Of course I am.
Then why do you drag your feet? Is your fear of crowds holding you back again?
I simply find them too noisy. Paying attention to conceited fools like them would be an utter waste of my time.
Such harsh words. As I see it, you are no less arrogant than they are.
I couldn't agree more.
Oh. I did not expect to hear that from you. Are you not going to refute me?
I know myself better than you think I do. At the very least, better than a stowaway like you.
And they say men whose ends are nigh have but kind words. Well, that is exactly why I chose you.
Should I thank you for the compliment?
The hour of the trial has come. Do you have an answer for me? And how will you prove the veracity of your argument?
I suppose there is no point in putting this off any longer. Do you recall where we stopped the last time?
You were saying that Amphoreus' history is cyclical.
Indeed. The demigods that bear the Coreflames eventually become the new titans at the world's end.
The picture updated.
Remember what happened on the Holy Mountain? Calypso, Naias. As their destined ends approached, one by one they left this world, leaving only the twins, who are fated to succeed death. Unfortunately, while their journey is consistent with ours, you and Calypso, as well as Nicodor and Naias, act as supporting evidence. I can only come up with a rough sketch for my theory of a cyclical history. For all the pains I took to reach this point, I had already lost hope of ever obtaining definitive proof. After all, the past is in the past. Proving that we are the legacies of heroes of the past is a hopeless endeavor. That is, until I met a girl named Polixia and her sister. If Castorice was truly sent from the past to the present for the Titan's self-serving reasons, then having lived through 2 cycles, and with Styxia as the pivot, she will no doubt be the link to connect all of this together. If the Twins of Death can bridge 2 cycles to reunite at the shores of the Sea of Souls, then my hypothesis will no longer be just a hypothesis. And you too will get the answer to your question.
Well, that is all well and good, but how can you be so sure? If there is even the slightest error in your hypothesis, the girl will be shattered.
It matters not. The most important quality a scholar must possess is foolhardiness. If you are overly cautious, then you'll never have the gumption to make the first step, and change will never come. Besides, I, Anaxagoras, am destined to overturn this farcical world. Come, let us go and teach those pathetic worms one final lesson.
Anaxa time. Damn, they even put the best team with Herta. Alright then.
Take a look.
So they are leaving the final debate to him.
Let those Chrysos heirs who started this terrible war hear you. Let them hear the voices of the people!
As always, that woman knows how to stir up a crowd.
Professor Anaxa, I thought you'd pass on this.
Everyone must cast their vote, or this assembly would serve no purpose.
Prof, do you truly think it's wise to entrust the fate of the world to an assembly like this?
Akama has stood strong under this system for 1,000 years. It stands to reason that there is purpose in its existence. But that is not what you're asking, is it? What you really want to know is Aglaya making the right decision in entrusting the fate of the world to you?
Nothing ever escapes you.
I didn't spend all those years teaching you for nothing. Most people only take 4 years to graduate, if I recall.
To tell the truth, I feel like I'm on my way to an execution chamber instead of a podium. So, do you have an answer to that question?
No, I don't.
I thought so.
Because that question is not yours to ask in the first place. Is Aglaya entrusting the world to you the right decision? Don't make me laugh. That is a question that woman must answer herself. Why are you fretting about this on her behalf? Or have you been seeing yourself as her pawn all this time? Listen up. I'll say this only once. Flip your perspective around and ask yourself this instead. What should I do to ensure that the world doesn't stray from the correct path? That is what you should be thinking about. You still have time, so give it some thought. Oh, and don't bother telling me the answer. Tell it to those begging for salvation from the gods.
Damn, he doesn't like Phainon's actions about the FlameChase Journey.
Got it. Thank you, Professor Anaxa.
That's Anaxagoras to you.
Who will you be voting for?
That'll depend on how well you perform. May Circe safeguard your thoughts.
Sure.
I actually don't necessarily mind things remaining the way they are. However you say it. I'm a little nervous. Thank you.
Elders and citizens, silence, if you please. As the Theoros, I present to you Phainon of Ides Elysiae, virtuous citizen of Akama, and the last speaker of the assembly.
Much obliged, Lord Lycus.
I remember him. He's the penniless lad working for Aglaya.
Where's Lady Goldweaver? Why is she sending this guy to give the last speech? Is this really the end of the FlameChase Journey?
Can this dude really face down kindness? I actually don't necessarily mind things remaining the way they are. However you say it.
By Kefali above, dear citizens of Akama, as you look upon me, so too do I see you. I see your fear and misgivings, your apprehension about the discord between the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders, and your uneasiness about the future of the Holy City. Yet, before you contemplate something as grand as the fate of the world, I ask that you look closer. Look beyond the horizon illuminated by Kefali. at the crisis threatening to overwhelm us.
What?
Hydes Elysiae, my beloved
Alicia.
hometown, is a village forgotten by time. It is a place with the most invigorating breeze and wheat fields that spread all the way to the sea. I once thought that there I would enjoy a lifetime of peace and quiet with my friends and family. How I wish I could invite all of you to that paradise, far from the noise and chatter of the world. Alas, I can't. Because she, and all that she nurtured, all that I loved, they have long been devoured by the black tide. My beloved home is no more.
So that's his true motive. Why he fights for the FlameChase Journey. All for her. And all because of the fucking black tide.
I will never forget the day the black tide struck. My father, Hieronymus, fought with a broken sword to his last breath to protect his child. My mother, Aldada, she was ripped apart by monsters. Also, I might live to stand before you here and now. Galba, he was a hunter. But in the end, those arms that once drew a bow instead embraced Piso, his beloved son, as they both breathed their last. Pythias, the teacher, risked her life to save her students, but a burning beam fell on her, crushing her.
Damn, they're peer pressuring the audience. Maybe Phainon can convince them.
And what of Livia, her daughter? Did she make it out alive? No, she didn't. Livia, Piso, and so many other children. My childhood friends. They were all swallowed by the black tide and turned into monsters. They kept saying the same thing over and over. Even up until the final moment, I finally steeled my heart and granted them eternal peace with my sword. Why, Phainon? Aren't we the best of friends?
Damn, Phainon being going off, man. Shout out to that.
That is the black tide. A looming threat that can bring Akima to its knees any time. Kindness may have promised that with the 3 Titans of Calamity gone, Akima will return to an era Chrysia once more, but much as it pains me, I must disappoint you. While the demigod of strife has done everything in his power to hold them back, they are still coming. By now, the name of that black-robed swordmaster, the Flame Reaper, has likely echoed throughout the city already. The roaring thunder is a message from the strife demigod. The Flame Reaper has risen from death, and they hunger for the Coreflames of the gods.
Lies! If such a powerful enemy is indeed approaching, why is Akima still a picture of peace?
Oh my god, it's one of these people.
Exactly! The city of Akima shows no signs of pandemonium or chaos. And why is that? I beg you, spare a moment to think about this. Are we able to stand here and hold this assembly in peace today because the danger has passed? No! This peace we enjoy is no gift of fate. We are able to stand here today only because the Chrysos heirs have stepped up and shielded Akima from calamity. With her golden threads, Aglaya has preserved and continues to preserve these idyllic days that all of you hold dear. The Council of Elders claims that Aglaya will one day forsake the people because her divinity is eroding her body and soul. But ask yourselves this. Rather than offering her aid and support, why do they choose to watch and push Akuma away from the FlameChase Journey? The answer that no one can bring themselves to speak of. A truth stained in blood and buried in greed, fear, and vanity. Allow me to lay it bare before you. It is because the Council of Elders, which bears Akuma's history and honor, along with this citizens' assembly we once took so much pride in, are now infested with vermin.
Fuck yeah. Holy shit. The Council of Elders are fucking frauds. I fucking knew it. They're fucking frauds!
You insolent whelp! How dare you!
It is true that Aglaya has reached her limit. Why? Because she has been working tirelessly to weave the defenses of our holy city against the encroaching evil. All while these vermin are making up baseless accusations about her and scheming in the shadows. Not once has she ever failed Akuma. Yet these vermin attempt to tear her apart, tarnishing her name with unfounded allegations. She may have been blessed by divinity, but hasn't her heart always stayed true to humanity? They attempt to mislead you and reduce this assembly to a crude standoff between gods and humans, but citizens of Akuma. Once more, I implore you to open your eyes and look at those around you. Examine them closely. Beneath all that finery, do you see the good heart of a human, or the poisonous glands of a pest? Make your judgment, then turn your gaze to the demigods, whom so many of you regard as cold and merciless. Do you not see the light of humanity in them? And those who wear the mask of humanity, yet utter only hurtful, slanderous words. Can you not see that their souls have been corrupted by power?
Yeah, I'm clapping. I'm fucking clapping. Holy shit.
Yet, no matter what your answer is, and no matter who your vote goes to, rest assured that you have nothing to fear. For Aglaya, Trebios, and I will remain your faithful guardians and pledge our lives to upholding your decision. And this vow will stay true until the end of our days, where it will be passed on to future flame chasers. A steadfast and unwavering promise that shall endure through the ages.
Absolutely right. This is so sincere.
Oh my god, they're turning against each other!
I still don't understand how we never believe our succeed or have to end. So,
At the present time, on the scales of Talenton, those who call for the continuation of the FlameChase Journey, and those who demand its suspension. Each faction holds an equal share of votes, resulting in a perfect balance.
As expected. This is the moment when the FlameChase Journey is the closest to its end.
And now, it's your turn to vote, Lord Anaxa.
Is there anyone else who hasn't voted?
No, you're the last. Cast your vote with care, for your decision will break this impasse.
I have long since made a decision.
Very well. May you bring much needed change to this farcical world. The last vote.
Always the performer.
Vote for kindness.
who will he vote for?
The last vote, huh? Don't mind if Anaxa does.
You've done well, Phainon. Given the circumstances, delivering a rousing speech to stir up emotions. was a prudent move. Thank you all for your patience. On behalf of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany and the scholars of Amphoreus, I, Anaxa, am ready to cast my vote. But before that, in the interest of fairness, Lady Goldweaver, I pose a question to you before all who are gathered here. Will you, as Phainon has promised, stand by the decision made in the Assembly, regardless of outcome?
In the interest of fairness, I make no promises, lest it should influence your decision.
Very well. I thank you for your honesty.
What's he doing?
The stakes are high. Let's be patient.
Cut the act! Who do you think you are wasting our time like this?
Oh, just throw this guy out of the crowd.
Lord Anaxa, please do not forget that I...
Rule number 1. Do not call me Anaxa. Rule number 2. Never interrupt me. Silence is golden.
And it was like, boo! Boo!
Just vote already. What are you waiting for?
Your vote. Cast your vote.
Huh?
Cast your vote.
I cannot help but wonder, is every hardship in the world something you will exploit and use to your advantage?
How else am I supposed to make use of this situation where my body and soul are separated? Oh, Circes. Or should I say Calypso? Accompany me on this final journey. Let us journey to the Netherrealm and see how she will substantiate the answer to your question and validate my decision. We need only to follow the sound of the tides.
Oh, not again.
You are...
Well done, child. Just as I foresaw, you have achieved great things.
Wait, it's the teacher.
Teacher.
What a twist of fate. A blasphemer raised in the doctrines of the Venerationists. It's like a foal kicking its mother in the belly after taking all her milk.
I respect you immensely, sir, but...
You cherish the truth even more. So, child, do not be troubled by the criticisms I have borne. Do not let those voices hinder you as you forge ahead. As the sage of the Venerationists, I am duty-bound to oppose you. But, as your friend and mentor, Anaxagoras, I say, go forth, for the truth is already in your hands.
I will keep that in mind.
Go now, child. Your lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter. And when you reach the end of this journey, may we meet again with the truth before us.
You have my word, sir. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
May Circe safeguard your thoughts.
You are right, Empedocles. My lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter. I must be on my way now. May we meet again with the truth before us, Empedocles.
What are you waiting for? Just cast your vote.
Silence! Silence, everyone!
Behold, Circes, here at the center of the world, I shall write the final step of my proof. For this place is but one step away from the truth.
Cutscene.
Professor, I completed the proof you wanted.
Thank you, Castorice.
The answer is plain as day. My vote goes to the FlameChase Journey and nothing else!
Whoa!
I have deciphered the truth of this world!
With the balance shattered,
Betrayal.
the result is clear. By carefully and Talenton above, as the Theoros, I have observed.
No! Ligus, you can't! Anaxa, what have you done? Have you lost your mind? I hope you are prepared for the harsh punishment awaiting you. Mark my words, I will make sure that clever head of yours never forgets the price of betrayal.
Have you forgotten? I told you that happens to be one of my rare talents.
You put on such a grand performance, just to aid their preposterous FlameChase journey?
Performance? No, you are quite mistaken. I may be paranoid by nature, but I've always been known for my honesty. If you really understood me, Lady Kindness, you'd realize that I never had any interest in your pathetic little game of politics. Factions, standpoints, they are jokes in my eyes. I have never once switched sides.
Bro was fucking gaslighting the entire audience. Holy shit.
Because I, and I alone, am the truth.
Lady Kindness, with all the citizens here as witnesses, we should honor the spirit of democracy and respect the decision of this assembly. I have observed that Akama has chosen her destiny. This citizens' assembly has resolved to continue the FlameChase journey. This resolution shall be put up on the Wall of Heroes, such that all citizens are aware of the city's way forward.
You!
It seems not everyone is ready for the assembly to end. Very well. Let me entertain you for a little longer. By your leave, Lord Ligus.
Interesting. Elders and citizens, your attention, please. Stay for a moment more, if you will. Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany has an announcement for the assembly.
What is this performer up to now?
Absolute FlameChase Journey. Do you think he'll continue? I don't know.
So apropos.
Frankly, still.
Just moments ago, all of you
made a decision on the fate of Amphoreus. As a supporter of the FlameChase Journey, it pleases me to see the choice you have made. But I regret to say that I still harbor doubts about this outcome. Thus, I hereby challenge this resolution.
Still more?
Tell me, who among you dare swear to Kefali's name that Era Nova will truly welcome the fairy tale ending that the Chrysos heirs have promised? A beautiful new world free of calamity and madness?
Nonsense! That's impossible! What is he getting at? Of course not!
Not even for a second. No one? Must I pick somebody to answer? Very well. You, the one acting so wise and profound, in front of all present here, do you dare swear that it will happen for sure? No? Fine. Next. You, the one with ignorance written all over your face. Yes, you. Do you dare swear by it in front of the Titan?
What are you trying to do?
Useless. Your turn, then. With that smug look of yours, you must be confident that the FlameChase Journey is the best course to take.
He's fucking
right?
ratioing the audience.
Hey! Mind your tongue!
So, no one? I see. In that case, Phainon, answer me this. Your speech was filled with such passion just now. How confident, then, are you in making this promise?
Professor, what are you doing?
Let him continue with his performance.
Will you look at that? Even Phainon and Aglaya lack the courage to make such a promise. And what's even more absurd is that no one but I can promise you this new world. And yet, the Assembly passed the resolution anyway. But you needn't worry, because I knew better than to trust you good-for-nothings. That is precisely why I am here today. To give you one final lecture. Now listen up and listen well. I, Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, hereby declare everything that the FlameChase Journey promises is true. Phainon of Ides Elysiae, the prophesied demigod who shall succeed Kefali, will reforge each and every one of us in the new world with his complete, intact memories.
What?
The Coreflame-bearing Titans were the Chrysos heirs of yesterday, and the Chrysos heirs who carry the Coreflames today will become the Titans of tomorrow.
Oh shit.
All of our souls shall endure for eternity in the miracle of the World-Bearer, and all under Kefali's protection shall step into that new world.
This is your blasphemy!
It's impossible.
What? Are you saying that we must bow down to you and worship you even in our next lives? Enough, you blasphemous imbecile! How dare you try to deceive us with all these lies and falsehoods? How can you prove?
I told you, don't interrupt me. But since you've asked, I shall be kind and indulge you. My statements are based on my experiments on the divine body of Kefali themselves. You heard me correctly, everyone. With the tacit approval of Kindness and the Council of Elders, I fused my soul with the god through alchemy, and learn the truth behind Era Nova.
Ah.
What is he talking about? Isn't that pure blasphemy?
I, the vile, wretched blasphemer, deserve nothing less than death for my sins. And the Council of Elders, which granted me consent and aided in committing this atrocity, should face punishment alongside me!
By the gods, even Kindness has betrayed Akuma.
Gas.
The catalyst. More carefully, Amphoreus.
I had no knowledge of his transgressions. He did that on his own. The Council of Elders bears no responsibility for his actions. Lord Lygus, as the esteemed Theoros, are you going to simply stand by and allow the Council of Elders to be dragged through the mud?
Fuck the Council of Elders.
If the accusation is true, I will acknowledge it. If not, my conscience stands unburdened. Lady Kindness, the reputation of the Council of Elders was not built in a day, nor will it be shattered overnight. Repercussions await those who fool the people, and punishment must be meted out on those who abandon their vows. We should respect this beautiful city and her people.
You...
Lady Aglaya, the Gold Weaver, I humbly ask that you take on the responsibility of overseeing this judgment in the name of the fairness of Talantin and the justice of Kefali. Considering the circumstances, and in accordance with Akuma's codex as the only demigod among us, you shall rightfully wield this authority.
The honor is mine to bear.
How is this permitted? Somebody do something. This is how we're supposed to go.
It is truly
Elders
outrageous.
and citizens, silence, if you please. Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany has made his statement clear. As per Akuma's codex, I request all present citizens to stand with me in exercising the right of judgment. First, Elder Kindness of Akuma and Lygus the Theoros stand accused of neglecting their duties and abusing the law, leading to the egregious blasphemy against a god. In the names of Talantin and Kefali, Akuma is to form a committee before the 7th action hour to conduct an investigation and disclose the findings to the public for subsequent judgment.
Yes! That's what we deserve! Agreed!
Curse you!
Now, concerning Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, he has confessed to grave blasphemy against Kefali. In the names of Talantin and Kefali, the accused must be allowed to hear the people's voice prior to the execution, for a chance at a reduced sentence and possible pardon.
Die! Let him 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 die!
Damn.
Professor.
Let him die! 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 Let him die!
Oh my god, the crowd's fired up.
Die! Let him die!
What decision will you make, Lady Goldweaver?
Man, Twitch chat's gonna have a field day with that
Enough
scene.
with the hesitation, Aglaya. This is not like you.
Let him die! 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 Let him die!
Then, in light of the people's voice, O Talantan on high, may you bring death upon him.
God, they must be so proud. It is a fucking Trump rally. I agree.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. I bore the name of Castorice while walking among the mortals. And now, I stand as the demigod of death, the living side of Thanatos. Welcome to my realm, where the west wind ends. Every departed soul who has arrived here has expressed the same.
It's always
Did
beautiful.
You know, every flower here was planted by Thanatos themselves. These flowers were originally both lifeless and immortal, but in the first rain brought by the River of Souls, they were given new life, flourishing as the bearers of countless souls. And it is my duty as the Master of Death to tend to their well-being and foster their growth in this serene haven. Similar to the structured cycle of life and death in the mortal world, these flowers too shall wither and fade, returning to the earth and then ascending to the sky with mist and tides. Eventually, they will descend to the mortal land as gentle rain. Every soul undergoes the perpetual cycle of reincarnation, albeit in varied forms, until the world meets its end. Yet, sadly, there's no time left for Amphoreus to wait for when the flowers bloom again. Now, death is the power at my fingertips. It once led the souls of the deceased here, but I shall open the gate of the netherworld and return you to the realm of the living. In exchange, please take the Coreflame of Death with you and complete the FlameChase Journey. Do not let our work thus far be in vain.
Like, you're not gonna go back?
Just like the other demigods, I will stay here and embrace my destiny. That being said, it is not easy to guide a lost soul back to the mortal realm. The whispers of death are sweet and alluring. If your determination wavers, you will succumb and be forever ensnared by the netherworld's grasp. Please consider this a one-time exception. I will do everything in my power for the FlameChase Journey.
And is this really a farewell?
And for your life, the only life I can save. I am glad to hear that.
Over here!
I believe in you.
Trailblaze crew. March, Danhung, Himiko, well,
Just forget about all the hardships of the mortal realm.
Kafka,
Please.
Firefly,
Lift your chin up high and step forward with us toward tomorrow!
Trian,
That's right. Keep your eyes on the dawn.
Glaya,
Onward. Show me your courage.
Mighty,
Partner, we shall become heroes together.
Phainon, it's the visual that we saw last patch. Acheron? What? What? Acheron?
All of this is proof that you once lived. Your soul, your memories, the years you've journeyed through, and the path they revealed, leading you back home. So, continue onward. Do not stop moving forward, and do not let her sacrifice and the support of all who have stood by you be in vain. Over here, friend! Take my hand. Let's go home.
The trailblazing continue. Castorice.
At last. I knew you could do it.
Man.
Your soul is still perfectly whole. As if some kind of force is trying its best to keep it together. Is it Ornyx's final blessing? Or is it a miracle of your own? It's truly incredible. Such a strange surge of familiarity. So hard to describe. Perhaps it is fate, once again fulfilling its own design. Or perhaps it is the laws from beyond the sky, so familiar to you, that intertwined our fates long ago. It seems that this is the riddle which cannot be solved anytime soon. The sensation of becoming a demigod is truly wondrous. It's as if the river of souls is winding its way through the depths of my spirit, transforming with each breath into a fine rain that nourishes the world. Do you recall that prophecy? At the end of the sea of flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips, and after an embrace, there shall be eternal separation. I promised you that I would do everything in my power to give it another meaning. Now, as I stand as a demigod, and destiny draws to a close, I can finally ended in a way that is as beautiful as it deserves. The wish I once sought, but could never grasp, is now within reach. In this brand new world, every blooming life will lift its arms in celebration and recount the profound meaning of this very instant. Every touch, every embrace we share will never again be an ice-cold loss. They will radiate with an intense warmth, sowing love far and wide throughout the land. The other shore is very cold. May I borrow your warmth? One last time.
Hug. There we go.
Thank you for fulfilling this wish of mine. The place I'll be going to is what humans call the Land of Sorrows. But with this heartbeat and the residual heat of this embrace, I shall turn the nether realm into a gentle place of rest. This embrace may be brief, but it's the proof that I once lived.
Farewell.
Farewell, then. May we reunite in the new world.
Ben.
That grand and absurd performance was what you've been seeking your whole life?
I gave up everything in search of truth, and it culminated in this very moment. You, on the other hand, performed as I expected. You did not hesitate when you saw the chance to attain power. It's as if you...
Crave power, like a fly craves rot.
Those are your words, not mine.
But what you said at the end, did you already know what I had planned for Phainon?
I may have lost an eye, but my vision is clearer than anyone else. You've nearly exhausted your humanity. You're no different from my current state as a walking corpse.
That's true. I've long since burned to ash over the past 1,000 years. Only he is capable of unleashing a raging fire that rivals our final great enemy, Aquila.
So, this is our last chance. How about we let go of the bad blood between us? May I resonate with your core flame, Aglaya?
Please do.
That's impossible. To persist with your soul thinned to such an extent. You're insane.
Just as you fight to lug your corpse onward to complete your unfinished goals, I have my own reasons for doing this.
Sus.
Until Phainon grows into his position as the prophesied leader, I must continue to lead everyone on the FlameChase Journey. I must keep inching forward, even if only as an empty shell.
I've long predicted this was the case, but I didn't think you'd already lost so much. How ironic. We would have avoided so many misunderstandings if you and I had just spoken this candidly before. But casting aside our ideological differences, there is one thing you and I agree on.
Phainon.
Yes. He was born to be a hero. He understands the hearts of the people, and I can confidently say he is a far better leader than you. Only he is capable of fulfilling your mission. Sadly, he is a man cursed by Nestia. But by my estimates, his horribly elaborate sense of style should not impede Era Nova.
Really? The fucking romance titan? Okay, then.
Congratulations are in order. We found common ground at the very end of our destined paths.
When you put it that way, it makes me want to take back what I said.
Glaya, we're back. Come welcome our great hero reborn from the ashes.
I hope he didn't hear your earlier assessment.
It wouldn't be the first time I criticized him. A man should be aware of his own shortcomings.
Coreflame of Death.
I'm gladdened by your triumphant return.
Man.
But I don't see Castorice among your number.
Unfortunately.
It looks like she not only helped me prove my theory, but helped you fulfill your mission as well.
I agree.
She might not have been able to change her fate, but she still wrote the final verse of her epic herself. Trinan, please recite the prophecy for us. Trailblazer, please surrender that scalding cool flame for us as well. You are the only life she ever saved by her own hand in her 1,000 years on this earth. I believe no one is more qualified for this noble task.
Shall we begin now?
O gods who have returned, and gods who are still watching, today we bring you a soul laid bare. The Hand of Shadow, Thanatos, remembered their name from the past. From daylight they came, and to their fragrant dwelling they return, to walk now among your ranks. And there was one who joined hands with the Titan, a traveler risen from the dead, and reborn among mortal kind. She is the everlasting night, and shall now proclaim in her good name, O Majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the world, we seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy. Step forward, trailblazer from beyond the sky, and together with us, surrender the core flame and carve their star into the sky.
By Castorice.
A constellation for death.
For life and death, to be more precise.
Look! It's...
Watching us from afar.
No, it's only a divine echo. I think she's here for the trial.
Damn.
What did she say?
That's the language of the Titans. Castorice... No. The Titan. They said... I have illuminated the cold shadow of death.
Onwards. For your path to the future is bright and its flame eternal. Do not forget.
3 more to go.
She made quite a scene. I suppose it's my turn now.
I won't stop you.
Professor, you...
What's with that look? You were present. So, let's get this execution over with. We wouldn't want to bring shame to Akima's divine laws or keep me from creating a new world.
You never change, do you, Professor? I don't understand. If your theory is correct, you'll lose all memories of your past life once you become a Titan. So what's the point of becoming a god?
Of course there's a point. Even if I forget who I am, I'll still have my brilliant mind. It goes without saying, I'll find a way to retrieve memories of my past life. Besides, I still have you, don't I?
I still don't really understand what you said during the assembly. Even if it were true, things reforged from memory could never be the same as the original anyway.
Then allow me to tell you right now that you're wrong. What exactly are we? My answer is that the Chrysos heirs are the future Titans and vice versa. Of course, this answer only applies to us. So, what are we when it comes to regular mortals? The very essence of the world, our souls, are tiny invisible seeds that hold records of each person's memories of the world. And we are the buds that sprout from these seeds to grow into great trees.
Is that what new sporism means?
Correct. Once our physical bodies are born, we become new extensions of the world. From there, we plant our seeds into someone's memories, and then scatter them into the hearts of countless people in the future. Just as seeds are affected by their environment, so too will our appearances differ across memories. But the partial memories we carry will always be the same, because that is just how the world is. To destroy our very existence, one must destroy the world itself. But we have someone who will still live on with his perfect memory. That person is you, child of Kefali. This is what it means to be the world-bearing Titan. So, carry everything of this world and live on. Don't disappoint those most precious to you. Don't disappoint Lady Goldweaver. And especially, don't bring dishonor to my theory.
Anaxa, I swear to you, I'll lead everyone to our reunion in the new world.
Good. That is all I have to say. Farewell, everyone. May we meet again in the next life.
Farewell, great performer. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
07.
Are you satisfied, Honorable Titan?
Very. I hereby swear I have borne witness. Anaxagoras of the New Sporists and the Grove of Epiphany has successfully overcome the trial of reason. Thus, I shall confer upon you these words. You shall transcend the peaks of purity and return to corruption and hardship.
Oh, so that's a god's prophecy. It sounds like you just rephrased my past, present, and future. Oh, Circes. Is that all you've got?
Well, you've already transcended the peaks of purity, and you were never the type to give me any leeway.
That is true.
But I do still have one question.
I knew it. What is it? Maybe we're thinking of the same thing.
As you've so boldly stated, we and the world itself live on through the memories of others. If that is the case, whose memories did the very first new spore sprout from?
How should I know?
Oh my.
But, since we are both equally curious, we should allow the children of humanity who come after us to investigate in our stead.
Rejoice, Circes. I sow the seeds of suspicion in the new world with your soul!
And now, the objective is complete. That is all.
Damn, it turns to dust.
Thankfully, she's still alive.
Oh, what the fuck? We're back to the Express?
Was March 7th also in this condition when she was first rescued by the Express?
Oh no, Himiko, no voice.
But she still woke up naturally. Looking on the bright side, that might happen this time as well. I do not have conclusive evidence, but judging by her current condition, perhaps March 7th's memories have been hijacked.
What? Like another personality?
Think about it, Miss Himiko. What will happen when someone loses their ability to remember?
Wait a sec, is it like she's getting her original memories back? And the March might be gone? The March we know might be gone?
Unfortunately, short-term memory is an entirely different concept from the inability to remember. Perhaps it is difficult for you to imagine, but an individual who has lost their ability to remember turns into nothingness. The belief of the Garden is that everything in this universe can be interpreted through memories. This is the driving force behind the continuance of this path. The past is made up of memoria, while the future is a possibility that will eventually be converted to memoria. But the present, it doesn't really exist. and it's only an abstract expression.
Damn, even though I'm pausing this, it's been pretty insane. First Castorice, now Anaxa. What next? Who will be sacrificed? We got 2 more Coreflames to go, don't we?
Therefore, when a person is affected by the path and loses their ability to remember, their physical form will also be affected. These ice crystals are a manifestation of that. Is Miss Himiko suspicious of me?
Probably.
In other words, now is the time for me to prove my innocence. That's not a problem, of course. The true reason behind my intentions is that Amphoreus holds special significance. For some memo keepers of the garden with extremist views, it is a perfect example. A world that can only be seen through the garden's mirror means that memo keepers have the right to keep the world in their private collection. If those pathstriders of remembrance were to uncover the secrets of Amphoreus first, they might unleash their wild ambitions and remodel more worlds into a similar form.
They would conquer? Would they go to war? That's the question.
I chose to remain quiet before, because I did not want to involve you in the garden's internal conflicts.
Maybe stronger than emanators? That's crazy though.
You can be even bolder with your guesses. The people that I'm talking about, they aren't just individuals. They are an organization that has already attached itself to the pinky finger of Fu Li.
Fu Li to remembrance.
I cannot be certain, but at the very least, they are capable of doing so. I am deeply sorry about what has happened to March 7th, but the deal that I propose still remains a fair one. Amphoreus is still an excellent destination, and investigating further might allow us to uncover the truth behind the accident. Miss Himiko, the wisest choice right now is for us to continue cooperating. Let me take back a part of what I said just now, Miss Himiko.
Huh?
Although we indeed struck a deal, it seems like I have involved you in some unforeseen danger. Please accept my deepest apologies.
Someone here? Someone's here.
It's Fu Li. Their gaze has just swept across Amphoreus.
Herta?
Oh, how interesting. I never expected a mere memo snatcher to be actually hiding so much inside her head. What's even more interesting is that the word Amphoreus has appeared in her subconscious.
This lady seems to be having fun. Is she usually like this?
There's no way. But I know this is a stretch. I could be definitely wrong. Is Fu Li to remembrance? Probably in Aglaya? I don't know. It's a weird theory, but you just gotta keep going.
It's hard to explain.
What are you two whispering about? Has it not occurred to you that I can hear everything clearly?
Please pardon me, Madam Herta. Would you mind sharing with us what you've discovered?
Yeah, this is where we left off 3.0.
The ones who need help are the Astral Express. You will have to put up with my methods, even if they are rather unconventional. Let's get back to the topic. By using the fourth mirror, I rummaged through the brain of this memo snatcher and learned a good deal. Not only does this person know of Amphoreus, but there are also many memo keepers who are interested in the place. I searched through her consciousness and found the following terms: the Eternal Land, the Rejected Land, and the private collection of the Garden of Recollection.
It seems like Miss Black Swan is indeed hiding some things from us.
Since I'm not able to find any useful clues from the outside, why don't I personally visit this mysterious Amphoreus?
That's a bit complicated to get in, no?
You're planning to head to Amphoreus yourself?
I don't know if she's aware about how complicated it is to get into Amphoreus.
Yes, but not in the flesh like you all foolishly did. See these Herta mirrors? With them, I can project my data spirit entity to any corner of the cosmos through spatial warps, without even needing to leave my room. But of course, these corners of the cosmos must be within the coverage zone of inter-astral peace communications.
Fucking IPC.
After all, this is collaborative technology.
I see. You do seem like the more indoor type.
Damn.
Although that star zone is not within the network of the IPC, the Express itself can serve as a signal station. Come, give me the astral chart coordinates, then sit back and enjoy the show. All right, now that everything is ready, mirrors, get to work.
Back to Herta, POV.
Thank you, Madam Herta. Companions are the lifeblood of the Astral Express. When things are settled, we will repay you for all your help.
Well, this young man sure is courteous.
Madam, watching you work has been an enlightening experience for me. It's hard to imagine that an outstanding scholar like you could maintain such a relaxed manner most of the time. Your calm and collected nature is truly a trait that I should learn.
This brat. Why does everything that comes out of his mouth sound so snarky?
You just gotta get used to it. He was like this in Pinacone.
First mirror, input the coordinates. You'll be in charge of the spatial warp.
As you command, Madam Herta. The preparations are complete. I wish you a pleasant journey ahead.
Alright then. Second mirror.
Second mirror, prepare for the thought refraction. There's still some distance from the Astral Express to the Amphoreus celestial body. You're in charge of sending me over. This time, raise the power to the maximum. Don't be stingy.
Oh, okay. I won't fail the mission, Madam Herta.
Third mirror, you're in charge of generating the data spirit entity.
I'm happy to help, Madam Herta. What kind of appearance are you planning to use this time?
Good question. Let me think. Forget it. Just use my own appearance. There's no one there that'll recognize me anyway.
As you wish.
Fourth mirror, you'll be in charge of... It seems like I have nothing for you. Just stand by and wait for orders.
Feels bad for fourth mirror, son.
That's so boring. Next time, can you count down from 4 instead?
Alright then.
Preparation of the data spirit entity complete. Thought refraction at max power. Excellent. First mirror, let's get going.
Have a safe trip, Madam Herta.
May your journey yield good results.
Coordinates input complete. Preparing to activate spatial warp. Destination, unknown celestial body. Amphoreus. Spatial warp countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warp activated.
So that's Amphoreus? Its appearance is, well, sure is unique.
It's infinity.
Second mirror. Prepare for thought refraction. It's time to send me in.
Alright, please read the safety protocols carefully.
Can't you hurry up?
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't expect it to be so turbulent. I should have asked the second mirror to use slightly less power.
Displace. She managed to go to here.
What a magnificent sight. Is this the entrance to Amphoreus? Let's see. Perhaps I'll be able to find a way in.
Fuck is going on?
What's this? A statue? It's ugly. I don't like it.
Alright then. Flame Reaver.
What's this? How creepy. Oh, it moves? Who are you trying to scare?
Damn, she's cocky.
Oh, I finally found your traces. How esteemed must you be for the great Herda to come out personally? When we return, get ready to become free labor for the simulated universe for the rest of your lives.
No! But please, I don't want to do the simulated universe again, Herda. I've been suffering enough as is.
It's either a projection or a fake. There doesn't seem to be much to take note of. Now then,
Coreflames.
how am I going to get into Amphoreus?
My deepest apologies, esteemed lady. I'm afraid that you cannot proceed further.
Who's there?
Your visit, although not part of my calculations, is a pleasant surprise. It's a pity that the preparations are not yet in place to receive you with the hospitality that someone of your status deserves.
Are you not going to answer my question? Who are you?
I have many identities, and I'm going to have even more in the future. But if you just need a form of address, you can use my common alias, Lycurgus.
Lygus?
All right, Lygus. But you can't possibly think that I'm just asking for a name, can you?
Regrettably, I do not have the authority to share more information. However, standards are always flexible. While not violating the ultimate agreement, I'm able to disclose this piece of information. As you thought, this is the entrance to Amphoreus. Now, please, kindly turn back. Amphoreus is not a world that you should be involved with, regardless of what kind of magnificent achievements you have accomplished. This place will not open its doors so easily.
You seem to understand me very well. Then you should know that I have no reason to listen to you.
Curiosity is spoken.
Your reaction is completely within my calculations. Despite my long years as a watcher, it seems like my assessment of human nature still remains accurate. From you, I'm able to sense a beautiful desire for knowledge, but my answer remains unchanged. Madam, it is with the utmost goodwill that I suggest you return to where you came from.
Let's assume for a second that I'm not so well-mannered, and that I insist on uncovering the secrets hidden behind you, Mr. Lygus. How do you plan to dispel this notion of mine?
Within the scope of the ultimate agreement, there are 178,244 logic chains at my disposal to convince you. After filtering through them, I have determined that I only require 3 to attain the results that I desire.
Oh? I'm all ears.
First, for reasons that cannot be disclosed, Amphoreus is a completely isolated celestial body. Apart from me, no one else will be able to help you enter.
That's not a good argument.
Second, if your plan is, as you've alluded to previously, to force me into cooperating by showing hostility, do know that, just like you, I have basked in the gaze of the erudition.
Erudition?
I stake my honor and assure you that, in the worst case scenario, our mutual destruction will be inevitable.
Oh, no wonder I couldn't find a back door. When I did a scan of our surroundings, the safety protocols on you are comparable to Screwy's. How interesting.
So is this dude like erudition?
I assume that you still wish to hear the third logic chain.
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Third, even if you exhaust all your means and find a way to break through, you will surely give up once you understand the consequences of your actions. After all, throughout your long life, as much as you'd hate to admit, your conscience has played a crucial role.
What a brazen robot. You think that you can actually understand me through your paltry calculations? But since you put it that way, why don't you tell me what these consequences will be?
It concerns the third path that is entangled with Amphoreus. A path that you and your friends still very much lack understanding of. The destruction. So, if you ignore my warnings and persist in your ways, you will break the shackles of a Lord Ravager. And when that happens, their fury will engulf the cosmos.
No! Oh, they cliffhangered us. Oh, the book. Read the book. Alright, we got a bunch of new stories. Hyacinthia.
Is this courtyard a tad too small? It's okay, Clementine. As long as it provides warmth plenty. Welcome to the Twilight Courtyard. How can I help you?
The end times are coming, and we all wander more and more. Oh, you may heal our wounds, but you cannot cure despair.
Clementine, prepare some things of me. I want this place to be brighter tomorrow.
Long time no see, Hyacinth. Are you here in Akama for a visit, or do you need help from us?
I want some shining things, even if they're considered junk. Little ones, thank you for your light.
There's light everywhere. What a warm place.
Anaxa. Let's see.
I saw the spell the professor carved on his body. It must be a power most secret, a means for one man to stand against 1,000.
Creation is the Titan's work, and slavery is the Titan's manacle. When imitating divine evil, there's no need to invest reason, most pinnacle. If it's just for odd jobs, students are a better gamble. For a wise one, 5 answers reveal creation's secrets, the truth hidden and bold. But a fool learns but not, and is left in the cold. Now, inquire.
He is panicked by the flow of time, for his work is yet done, yet to implement.
This man is too arrogant, and he intends to desecrate Orynyx's accomplishments.
There's still more acts for each one. Castorice.
I have always lived in isolation. Out of courtesy, this is how I practice my words and actions.
Damn. The story itself. I know I've been trying to speak up, but absolute cinema, as I will say. That was so much, even though it was so long, it was better than I thought it was gonna be. My predictions came true. My predictions were really true from that story. It's pretty insane.
Those words are true. Though they won in fierce battle, the warriors were powerless to turn the tide. It was the embrace where death dwelled that gave early release from their pain.
Death is abominable in humans' eyes. Apart from my identity, there's nothing about me worthy of praise.
Ah, well, none can know all things, nor be skilled in all crafts. Her works are too early for the living to comprehend.
Three paths have lit up, but it's still not done. It's the FlameChase Journey. Oh, we got 5 more. Alright, 5 more it is then. Let's keep going. Ah, so be it then. This is Cypher.
The first story is titled The Golden Apple. It doesn't have to go to the fairest.
Man, all these videos I had to divide them into like 4 parts. It's pretty insane. A lot of editing I gotta do off screen.
The second story is titled Trying to Argue? Don't trick yourself, please.
Man, people are gonna have a fun time with this story. It's just that I hope they're prepared for emotional breakdowns.
Could never catch up to this turtle.
The third story I will tell is titled A Competition in Trickery. Who do you think is the Grandmaster?
I think the world is a gourd.
In truth, we are all already dead.
Gasp. Gas, we're already dead. No, no we're not.
Zagreus can only tell lies. And I am Zagreus. The fourth story is called You Like Money. Good. But you must pay the price.
Please give me the power to turn anything into gold.
Go back and check your vault. Some gold may be missing. But your beloved is right there, waiting.
Cypher, you took another long journey.
And we want to hear your fun stories!
Basically, I visited 4 places, tricked them to my heart's content, and came back fully rewarded. The dawn will never cease, and the thief star wanders in foreign lands. How would you know that I am not lying right now?
This has also concerned me about the awaited fake collab. And will they actually be a part of the story, or are they just gonna be like just collab units that are just there, you know? We'll see, we'll see. It's only a matter of like, the more we continue the FlameChase story, because this is only part 3 out of 8. This is part 3 out of 8, by the way. So we're not even halfway done. Next patch, we're halfway done. So that's fucking crazy.
Do not make him your enemy, even though he may seem frail and weak.
He may seem cold and unkind, but he sees through human emotions with just a peek.
All is science, and human wisdom knows no bounds. Both martial prowess and emotions are knowledge that can be found.
Yeah, this entire book is gonna be insane. It takes very long for the entire... People are probably just gonna like... Just like read through it, you know? Like I'm doing right now. But I want to hear all the voice lines for this entire book, so...
Nothing in this world is ever born fixed.
A lot of the lore keepers are very excited to try this story. I think it's way better than part 1 and part 2 for sure. Like, not gonna lie, it was like
this road is easy to
the
walk,
writing went from like a
future generations
like a solid
will not praise
8 out of
my
10
name
previously
in piety
to like 20 out of 10. Like, damn. Like, damn, they actually took balls to do so. And they were okay with it. And I'm like completely fine with that. Alright, next one is Aglaya. Act 4 Aglaya. Man.
Before a strong wind, a weak nobility cannot stand.
I know that Fate patch will probably come in like July, June. And it's gonna be insane to see how much it does. Because, you know, Saber's like a fucking popular character for the Fate collab. I know that Saber's coming because, like, why wouldn't be Saber? And also, like, the devs tease that we might get a free 5-star during that patch, so...
Would you like to pick up the shuttle again and weave for me? Though I can no longer see, I still want to don the garments you weave.
I don't know if they'll have any place into the story. It'd be kinda awkward if they do have a place in the entire Fate, the FlameChase story. Because it would make no sense. But we will see.
That majestic lady must be Nestia in the flesh. The mistress's beauty is quite reduced by a maidservant so unsightly.
My mistress, I have brought you shame.
I am still kind of sus on Aglaya. I'm still very sus. I'm like, once we complete all the Coreflames, what happens will really depend on what Aglaya does. Because we still got more Coreflames to get. And we still haven't gotten ourselves a weekly boss. I'm assuming that a weekly boss hopefully comes next patch. I thought the weekly boss would be this patch, but I guess we were wrong. And yes, don't worry guys, I'll do some Castorice pulls. But not on the YouTube video. This will be only on the live stream, if you guys are wondering.
Why are those that appear
If you guys
so
are
fair
hearing
in
this on YouTube,
fact
I'm only
ugly
doing
in
the polls on
truth?
my
Or
live
do
stream.
faces unsightly contain souls cut from noble cloth? Why can the blind see the light? And why do those with eyes only see night?
If you no longer have the power to see, then with my destiny, I'll exchange for eyes that can see everything.
That is Act 4 Glaya. I have a feeling there's gonna be an Act 5 for each character. Next up, Mighty. Mighty is, well...
To die for glory is not eternal sleep. The world after death is superior to reality and basks in light.
They still... I know, like, I'm probably gonna... I think it's pretty obvious.
Cowards who dare not to look death in the eye. Longing for a martyr's heaven and reciting self-deceiving stories. True warriors should treat that paradise with spite.
Yeah, so very curious about what the Flame Reaver. He didn't show up this patch, but he did. But they did say he survived Mighty's attack, so I'm very curious to know what they're gonna do with the Flame Reaver. Are we just gonna fight the boss, or like are they gonna probably like do something insane? We don't know though, but I think at some point, a weekly boss should definitely be a Titan. I think we have to fight a Titan, no? Like an actual giant Titan that we want to fight. I mean, we don't want to fight it, but I feel like this is the whole purpose of coming to Amphoreus, no? I think we're gonna have to fight a giant Titan at this rate.
Therefore, a traitor who does not inherit the throne is a king most infirm.
Like, there's no way we're being just getting these Coreflames, like, unscathed. Even though there was, like, well, sadness, but, like... We need to show the fact that, you know, we need to fight a Titan.
Are not rumors unfound. But will they matter if my deeds eclipse those of all other kings, achieving glory beyond?
Never turning back in war, he seizes all our glory.
We'll do next patch, which is likely in May.
Your glory
story focusing
lies
as usual.
not in death,
same as
but
before.
in my hands.
If I'm correct that the patch starts probably May 20th, if we account 6 weeks. Yeah, May 20th will be our
Did you
focus
already
live stream.
walk that flame-chasing road, O King?
There's nothing else worthy of the hunt, for I am the blazing fire at the journey's end.
That concludes Act 4 of Mighty. Next one is, Castorice. I think Act 3.
Before
Yeah,
people
Castorice's
pass
story
away,
was really good.
I write
Probably
down
one of the
these
best writing
poems.
in a while. It felt so serious. It felt so sad. I felt emotionally more invested than the other characters of the FlameChase Journey. And like, yeah. It was just cinema. Very cinema.
My poems are still too green. Not worthy to be art.
He and I clearly wish to kill and tear each other apart. But in your eyes, you think we are close, unable to part.
This is truly difficult to write. My duty is to lead the living to the end. I cannot think of a fitting end for a poem to the dead. What she brings is not only death. Apart from death, there is something else that is worth remembering.
Five paths have moved up. We are still missing 4 characters from the FlameChase Journey. We don't know who these 4 characters is, but it's only a matter of time till we meet them. Maybe the next patch after. We will have to see, because we still have yet to know.
Mem.
We only know when the story is over.
Mem.
And with that, sagas continued 21. And we get wistful resin. Yeah! Oh, there's more rewards. What do you mean there's more rewards? Did I miss any rewards? Oh. Alright. I think that's it for the entire story. The entire story of, for Amphoreus 3.2, HSR 3.2 patch. So yeah, that was awesome. Probably one of the best story-written quests in a while. Or Trailblaze quests, written-wise. And we'll see how the next patch is gonna be. Hopefully, they can finally release a new weekly boss. Fortunately, there wasn't a weekly bosses patch, but hopefully. Anyway, I'll see you guys all in patch 3.2. I mean 3.3.